What if the Earth simply stopped? Not a gradual, gentle slowdown over millions of years, but a sudden, violent halt in the middle of a Tuesday afternoon. We rarely think about it, but right now, you are standing on a giant rock that is hurtling through space while simultaneously spinning at roughly 1,000 miles per hour, 1,600 kilometers per hour, at the equator. If someone hit the cosmic pause button on our planet's rotation, the consequences would be instantaneous, apocalyptic, and profoundly bizarre. Here is exactly how the end of the world as we know it would unfold. The first second, the law of inertia. If the solid Earth suddenly stopped spinning, everything that is not bolted down to the bedrock would keep moving at the speed the planet was just rotating. This is due to a basic law of physics, inertia. At the equator, the atmosphere, oceans, topsoil, buildings, trees, and people would suddenly be moving eastward at 1,000 miles per hour relative to the newly stationary ground. The immediate result would be a supersonic global windstorm. The force of these winds would instantly flatten every human-made structure, uproot entire forests, and scour the surface of the planet down to the bedrock. The oceans would also carry this immense momentum. Massive, unimaginably tall tsunamis would instantly sweep eastward across the continents, violently washing over coastal cities and traveling hundreds of miles inland within minutes. The only places that might survive this initial physical shockwave would be exactly at the North and South Poles, where the rotational speed is virtually zero. But even the poles wouldn't be safe for long. The reshaping of the world. If you somehow survived the initial supersonic scrubbing of the planet, you would witness a complete redrawing of Earth's maps. Currently, our planet is not a perfect sphere. Because of centrifugal force generated by its rotation, the Earth bulges at the equator. This invisible force actually pulls the world's oceans into a massive water belt around the planet's middle. Without rotation, that centrifugal force drops to zero. Gravity would become the only force acting on the water. The oceans would immediately begin migrating away from the equator and toward the poles, where gravity is strongest, since the poles are slightly closer to the center of the Earth. The result? The equatorial oceans would drain away, revealing a massive, continuous supercontinent wrapping around the middle of the Earth. Meanwhile, the northern and southern hemispheres would be completely submerged under two vast, incredibly deep polar oceans. The world would be cleanly divided, a belt of dry land in the middle, and oceans capping the top and bottom. A 6-month day and a freezing night. With the planet no longer spinning on its axis, our concept of time would fundamentally change. A day would no longer last 24 hours. Assuming the Earth is still orbiting the Sun, it would now take an entire year to experience one full cycle of day and night. For 6 uninterrupted months, one half of the Earth would face the Sun.